Oh, what an adventure! Get lost with Google Maps. Good morning, everybody. I tell you, it's been like real wintry this last week. We've had to have the heater on inside the house. Got down to 7 degrees. Anyway, let's hope we start our summer now. It's the what is it, 3rd of December. All right. First of all, I'll talk about this place here. This is not a paid advert or anything like that. I don't know if you can see that. There you go, get out of the sun, Chris. All right. Now, if you need any canvas work done and you're in Bunbury, I know it says Morley Canvas, okay, but they got a guy that lives down here, David, and the professionalism and the cost, okay, you wait till you see all the work they did for me. And it only cost, well, it cost me under $1,000, and I had a lot of work done, okay. Let's talk about that work first, and you can have a look at the materials. Now these are, I'll get into those in a minute, these are all the rain covers, and that's a really thick plastic material for the rain covers that I needed on the trailer. We also got a skirt done. You can see these press studs, okay, that goes all the way around the trailer for the skirt, and you'll see that later on. And I also got on the bottom of the canvas walls that came from Ostrich Ring Awning, they had a tiny little flap, probably about 300 or 400 long, and it wasn't, it didn't have any peg holes in it, so you couldn't actually peg it to the ground. And in high winds it flapped and flapped up more dust than it stopped the rain. So on the bottom of every single wall, and there's 4 walls, I had the guy make some extensions, took the old parts off, put the new parts on. It's got tie downs, it's got everything on it, and I'll show you that when we put it up. I mean, Dave at Morley Canvas, the guy's an absolute gentleman, and he did a fantastic job. I rang him up and he said, oh, I'll come out and measure it. So we quickly set the camper up in the backyard, and he come to our house, measured it all, and the following Wednesday morning we dropped it off at his place at 8 o'clock, and we picked it up and like tested everything, made sure everything all fitted and everything, and we were home by 6 after having a good chat with him, and totally brilliant man. All right, okay, that's enough about Morley Canvas and David. I can't recommend these people enough, okay. The work they do and the professionalism is great. Now you're gonna see how I use these tent pegs. Now I've got 2 sorts. I got these ones here are 25 millimeters, and these ones here are 15 millimeters. Okay, now I only ever camp in medium to hard ground because I don't camp coastal. In medium ground to hard ground, I use these long ones. If the ground's super hard, I'll just use the small ones. And basically I've got these little clips that just clip on here. That's a real special knot that I tie. Okay, it never tightens up on the peg. It doesn't need the burn ends to hold it, but I burn the ends to stop it from fraying. And yeah, that's just a real special little knot I tie. I don't know what it's called. It's called a Chris's knot. There you go. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna set it all up. The trailer's not level, you can see it's on a lean that way. Just like at any real campsite where you pull into. We usually don't bother about leveling the trailer side to side. We do level it front to back. Okay. And yeah, I mean, we've made the walls now long enough that it doesn't matter, you know, what sort of ground we're on, as long as it's reasonable. I can not only peg the walls out, but I can actually peg the extensions down so they don't flap in the wind. Can you see me?
Yes.
I'm going to show you the trick that I particularly learnt on our last camping trip, because we were having winds of 40, 50, gusting up to 70 kilometers an hour with sideways rain. Now, when you've got your walls up here, they act as really big parachutes, and they do tend to blow your legs around. Okay, now over here, what I did was I've cut up an old cutting board of my wife's. She donated it to the cause, didn't you, dear?
Yes.
They can't hear you.
Yes.
Yes, she doesn't sound happy about it, but she did really donate it to the cause. All right, and I've just cut it up and I've drilled a couple of holes in it. Now I'm going to show you the trick for high winds. What you do is you just pop that under there. That sits in there like that. Then you get a screw. Put your tent peg in, and you get your guy rope. Now I can untangle it. There we go. You hook your guy rope into the top loop. You hook it into the bottom loop, and then you simply pull it like that. Okay, and that is not going to go anywhere no matter what sort of wind you got. It's held in place. All right, so that's another tip you got from me in this video. One, you got the bolts, and now you've got how to peg it down in high winds. And that, by the way, that you couldn't pull that out by hand, that screw. It's in there. All right, I'll be back in a bit. Hey YouTube, all right. We've got this rain cover up, and you can see how it fits all the way across there now. And we had a new end rain cover made, and that's just velcroed to this one. And there's a velcro strip down there. Okay, that the skirt, which is that black one there, will attach to. I'll show you that later. Now in the corner, okay, there's velcro that can attach to that pole. Excuse that pole, I haven't got it secured yet. I'm just doing this to show you. Now let's move over to this pole, and I'll show you how we secure the poles and hide the guy rope. All right, now you can only do this in firm to hard ground, but we attach the guy rope up the top, run it down the full length, and then attach it at the bottom, and it will actually be hidden, okay, inside the tent. So there's no real trip hazards involved. And for the walls, alright, it's got these torsioners here, but with the new bottoms I had made up, I had a hole put through them, and basically I put a 25cm screw-in peg through there in firm to hard ground, and it's not going to shift, and that stops the bottoms from flapping and kicking up a lot of dust inside the tent, and also holds the walls down. Okie doke, we're back. Alright, so we've got the rain wall up, and you can see how well it fits. There's a bit of Velcro up there that we can strap this around, and it just totally stops any chance of rain getting in at the top there. And again, this back flap is velcroed to this back wall, and the skirt is velcroed and press started onto the trailer. But with all the zips and that, it's going to be really good. Alright, you can see the skirt there, that's going to stop the winds. That pegs down to the ground as well. Okay, it goes around and around and velcros to that wall. Okay, now I'm going to put the other walls up, but basically the other wall will just zip on and it'll totally hide this rope. Okay, and the wall's pegged down. Now all the other walls only have got 3 ropes, 3 things to peg down. The door wall's got 4 simply because it's got a hole in the middle of it. Okay, and it pegs down like that. Okay, this one will peg down the same. Then we come to the corner, and you can see how it all fits. Now I can put some, he's got lead rope in these, but he has put holes in there so I can put some elastic straps down to hold that shut in high winds. And then we go across here to the back flap that goes or disappears around here and velcros, and you can see how the kitchen walls are. This back one, and it zips around here. Now he's done the best he can on this corner because of the way these ostrich wing awnings are made. Yeah, when I get the top redone in a few years, he'll do I'll take it back to the same gentleman. He says he can fix all that. Okay, and of course these pegs, these ones will peg down. There'll be a peg through there, and these will be attached in 3 places. And again, the guy rope will disappear. So there will be no guy rope for anybody to trip over. They will all be done inside with these plates to stop the pole from moving, and the guy ropes will just virtually disappear in there. That's it, people. That's the changes I made in that skirt, or draft skirt, whatever you want to call it, on cold spring camping trips, or early winter spring camping trips where it's rainy and windy and cold, and we've got all the walls up. That skirt will make a huge difference to the comfort inside. We just got to waterproof everything now, because obviously ostrich waterproofing job isn't that good, as you saw by all the leaks, especially up here. They tried, but they leak. But again, it's not a tent, you know, it's a wing awning. So there you go. All right, Keep safe everyone. That's it for this video. Bye for now.